Are you a startup? Good luck with that. Startups are all about networking and finding solutions. Did you think it was all fun and games? But wait, we have the right solution to your problem. Every startup needs a solid brand launch and marketing strategy. We have ideas that will help your business grow. Identify and engage with your audience. Give them what they need. Find the right team with the right expertise and talent to execute the job fast. Enter Media Mavericks, a group that is dedicated to making your brand work. Whether it takes them to skydive from the Burj, swim through the shark-infested Atlantis waters, drift through the hot Dubai desert, or go find the perfect shawarma, their dedication cannot be compared. They will thoroughly identify your needs and give you out-of-the-box solutions using creative approaches, crazy motion graphics, creative designing, and beautifully shot videos. You name it, they have it. After all, your business needs to be loved and recognized and considered the best from the rest. Contact Media Mavericks now and see your startup transform into a success story. At this point, we don't think you need any more convincing.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Yusuf Vidali Burhani with you today, coming live from Media Mavericks. And today we are going to have a webinar on how to stay positive. We have got some excellent guests for today. They all are extremely experienced. They know how to keep themselves positive as well as people around them. They connect with mass out there and keeping people positive at all times. And without wasting further time, I'm going to introduce our first guest for the day. Mr. Shabbar Surtarwala. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah.
Wa alaikum assalam. Mr. Shabbar, I'll just mention few credentials about you. He's a postgraduate in psychological counseling and MS in psychotherapy. And he's an NLP practitioner and a master hypnosis. And his passion is into coaching, counseling, and soft skill training. I can go on and on, but the most important thing which I want to highlight is that he's on a mission to help others to see the best in themselves. Wow. Mr. Shabbar, thank you for having me here today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Mr. Shabbar, I have a series of questions, plus we're going to have live viewers asking you questions. And once I've introduced all the guests, then we're going to come back to you.
Looking forward to it, inshallah.
Thank you, sir. So our second guest for today is Mrs. Khadija Motorwala.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah.
Ms. Khadija, I'm just going to talk about you for a little while. Her credentials, she's an ICF certified life coach. She specializes in relationship coaching with experience of more than 100 hours on one-to-one basis. She's a celebrity coach. She conducts workshops all over India. She's skilled in counseling clients, NLP practitioner, and a food technologies. How do you get so much of time to do so many things?
It's passion. It's my love.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to again come back to you once we have introduced all our speakers. We're going to have our next speaker. So here we have Mr. Murtaza Mustafa. He's already known as the Progress Coach. How are you today?
Better than good, better than most.
Mr. Murtaza is also a certified emotional intelligence coach from European Community of NLP Conscious Solutions, US. Wow. He's a keynote speaker spreading the message of being grateful and hopeful through his speeches, poems, and stories. And he's always up for a conversation on food. How are you today?
Better than good, better than good.
Okay, so you're going to be the same all the time.
Always high on energy.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you after we introduce our last speaker for today.
Thank you.
So we have Miss Rabab J. Ghadiali. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm going to talk about you right now. You are an award-winning life coach and counselor and a corporate trainer, and you have won 2 awards. One as an educationist. You had first award was an India's Achievers Award in 2009 in the field of coaching and education, and then you were Women Icon of the Year 2019 by UBS Forum. And you've done graduation in mass media, life coaching from Manchester International Learning Center, and master in counseling psychology from IGNOU Delhi. Wow.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
I'm happy. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good? So you ready for questions?
Absolutely. Bring it on.
Okay, so we're going to have all our speakers right now on the screen. Okay. The first question I want to ask Mrs. Shabbar. Mr. Shabbar, I've always seen you live talking to so many people, doing the seminars, doing this, webinars also right now. Do you ever get angry?
Oh, yes.
So I want to know, like, when you say you get angry, is it that anger kind of angry, or is it the anger that is a situational anger?
It's absolutely human to be anger. Of course, my wife is not there. She would tell me. Whenever I get angry, I know that I'm getting angry, and I know that I am expressing it. At times, it is reaction, and after getting angry, it is absolutely okay that you say sorry. So it's absolutely human to get angry, and I do get angry, but I know that I'm angry, and at times, when to express it, when not to express it, is a maturity over the years I have learned.
Okay, the reason why I asked you this question is because I want our viewers to know that though they are life coaches, even they are human, they also experience the same kind of emotions what everybody faces. My next question is for Miss Khadija Motorwala. Your business of life coach is actually having a catch-22 situation. Okay, the most people who require your services are from the middle class and lower middle class people, because they have a lot of problems. They have job issues, they have business issues, and they are the ones who need your services. At the same time, they are the ones who cannot afford your services. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yes, Yusuf, because I understand the situation is not good and everybody's business is on stake. But as you know, that coaching is a very noble profession. Whenever a person, he or her, enters the coaching profession, they know why they are into it. So their why is very powerful, and the major part of why is their own need. And the need is to help people out. Okay, so that need drives them. And you must have witnessed that, in this scenario, there are many coaches who are doing pro bono sessions, they are doing free webinars and things like that. So people are helping. Okay. And I see it from a different perspective, that zakat is not only on the money, it's also on your knowledge, because we are blessed to have it. So now it's a time to give it back. Yeah.
I really like your thought process, Mrs. Khadija Motorwala. My next question is actually for Rabab. How did you know that you wanted to become a life coach, and when did that happen?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Yusufbhai, there is something that we must understand when it comes to getting into your stream of work that you do. There are certain patterns that that happens when you're young. Yeah, like for example, in my case, when I was young, I was very good in. I used to do a lot of public speaking workshops, elocutions, not workshops. I attend in the school. I mean, they will just call you and tell you to talk about whatever topic that that will be given to you on the spot. So it will be elocution, public speaking, or whatever. So since childhood, I somewhere knew that communication is something that really interests me, and that is what I would like to carry it forward. But again, as you know that then you settle down in life, and there are so many events that keeps on happening. Marriage and this and that, and moving into another country and all of that. Then you sort of you don't understand what is happening with you. But the eureka moment was, like I've always said that when I was having a lunch with few of my friends, and they just simply say that, for you, Rabab, it's very easy because you're a homemaker. And that was a time when I realized that no, there has to be something that I can use my skills, what I have, and that is how the entire journey started. And so then it led to understanding of what can I do and what are the new things that can be done, and that's how I came upon life coaching, and I thought that was a cool thing to do.
And eventually it led up to you meeting Miss Dia Mirza and winning an award, and it's never looking back. I'm going back to Mr. Shabbar. I have a question for you, and then we had take a live caller. Mr. Shabbar, you being in the life coach profession, the biggest disadvantage of a life coach is like you're always surrounded with people who have got a lot of problems and issues and challenges. And certain times you're going to meet certain people that they are so negative that they sucked you into their problems. Has it ever happened to you that?
True. It is like, you're always flocked with questions, like, in social gatherings, whenever you are, maybe, people get a chance to talk to. It's, of course, we don't say it's problems, we say it's challenges. And over the years, I have learned the metaphor, like, my thought process is that let's be like an ocean. So people come and they dump, and you accept it. And at times, I too feel that કે ઘણું થઈ ગયું છે, તો સબર અને શુકર યાદ આવે છે. So I am here to make a difference, and if I can help somebody, so possibly they have dumped it, but then ocean માં dump કરો છો તો ocean બધું લઈ લે છે. તો over the years આપણે કે દરિયા દિલ થઈ ગયા છે. If you look at my size also,
Very well said. I had heard about you that you're a very humorous person, and I really like it you put it in that perspective. We're going to take a live caller right now, and that person is going to ask a question to one of our guests. Can we have the live caller, please? Okay, so we have Hassan Army 007. Hi, Hassan. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm fine. How are you, Subhai? How's everyone?
Alhamdulillah, all good. Hassan, your question is for who?
So my question is specifically for Murtaza Bhai, and it's basically for everyone, but it's more directed towards Murtaza Bhai. I've actually personally known Murtaza Bhai since a long time now, but I've talked with him a lot of times, but I've never, specifically asked him what was his exact turning point. How did he, actually be at that point where he had to shift from, he thought that this is what I'm going to do. What was his turning point for, it's like, what was his turning point for being in a keynote speaker or life coach, something like that?
It's all yours. Okay, I think Murtaza is mute right now. Murtaza, you need to unmute.
Sorry. Thank you for the interesting question. I would say there is no one moment. इसको नहीं था तो जिंदगी में जिना वजह से realize થઈ છે that now I need to do this in my life. It is over the period of years that things keep happening to you and you realize that you should do this right now. Like for example, when I completed my graduation, I was working for Mercedes. After working for Mercedes, I started my own events company. After running my events company successfully, I always had this passion to help people. But कहते ना कि तुम्हें मंजिल पता है बट रास्ता नहीं पता. मंजिल पता है लेकिन रास्ता नहीं पता. तो लोग एडवाइस देते हैं. Now in that advice, people give different advice. कोई आगे कहता था कि तुम एनजीओ शुरू कर दो, तुम्हें लोगों की मदद करनी है तो एनजीओ शुरू कर दो. मुझे एनजीओ नहीं शुरू करना है. मतलब I want to help people, I want to talk to people, but एनजीओ नहीं शुरू करना है मुझे. So in that process of finding out, I met a lot of people. I attended a lot of I did a lot of counseling myself. I met a lot of people. I attended a lot of seminars. And when I attended a lot of seminars and I attended a lot of forums, आप सबने सुना रहेगा मुर्तजा बद्री के बारे में. हमारे कम्युनिटी में बहुत फेमस है वो. उनका एक सेमिनार होता है अलाइव एंड फ्यूअरलेस करके. तो 7 साल पहले मैं वो वेबिनार में गया था, उस सेमिनार में गया था. एंड दैट टाइम आई रियलाइज दैट मुझे भी ऐसा ही कुछ करना है. दैट इवन आई वांट टू डू समथिंग लाइक दिस. आई वांट टू बी अ स्पीकर. आई वांट टू गो ऑन स्टेज and I want to help people. So it was that day and this day I have not looked back. Once you realize, then you try to learn more and more about it and you get into the depths of it. कि यार कि किस तरीके से करते हैं, किस तरीके से तुम उस मुकाम पे जाते हो. And then तू रख हौसला, आसमां छूने का, ना कर परवाह गिर जाने का, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, शुक्र के गीत गाए जा.
For a benefit of all, I can just tell you, this guy Murtuza is always high on energy. Okay, you see him in the morning, you see him in the afternoon, you see him in the night, or maybe you see him in the midnight, after midnight. He's always with the same energy. And he's also a poem. We're going to listen for some more interesting poem from him. I have a few things to share. Can we just share it on the slide, please? Okay. My question is for Rabab. I was going through your quotes. It says a mistake that makes you humble is better than an achievement that makes you arrogant. Then she has a next quote that says, Okay, it says there's no need to get intimidated by what others are doing. Everyone has a journey and a story to tell. The only difference is some say you don't, some make your story count. I want you to talk about these quotes. Like what happens is a lot of people see a lot of content on social media and they start feeling that I don't have it and I should have it.
Right.
So
Right.
Can you just shed some light on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that question. See, I have always believed that, and I work on that principle absolutely always, that what others think of me is none of my business. What I think of myself is very important because, often what happens is that, like I say, that there are so many, amazing people around you. This happens especially, when you are in a certain industry. So you will realize, that itnu badu competition hoy che, right? And suddenly, you feel like you are not doing good, or if someone is doing something and you feel I should be doing that. If someone is doing, webinars or whatever, you feel like, you have left behind and you are not doing anything. So that is where the belief that I come from, that, don't get intimidated by what others are doing. Like everyone has a journey, everyone has a story. There's a very interesting thing that I was talking to one of my close people yesterday, and first of all, I'm very blessed to have good people in my life, and conversation with them is always enlightening and always educative, informative. So he said something which was just a eureka moment for me. He said that, Rabab, achievement is not success. And I got little, this thing there, what are you trying to say? And he said, yeah, achievement is not success, it's self-content, contentment, which is success. And that was such a turning point or eureka moment for me at that point of time, that absolutely, like I have always been saying, that, you have to, understand yourself. You cannot just be, saying if X is doing like that, so Y has to do like that. You have a journey, you have a story, share that with people, tell people, what is it that, show your vulnerability, show your true self, that this is how it is and this is how I am. And, and these are the struggles that I go through, but I still choose to, fight, and I still choose to live every moment, with dignity, with honor. And, so that is very important. And absolutely, it was a moment to, just strike. Like imagine someone coming and telling you achievement is not success, and whatever you have achieved, but then at the end of the day, if you're feeling that, oh, I still have to do that, I still have to do that, like where are we going, So right. It's self-containment, that sukoon, Arabic ma qanaat kahi chhe, the sukoon qanaat hoy ke me je ma paase je chhe je me kari rahi chu, alhamdulillah, yes. You're grateful for what you have achieved or what you're doing. No need to get into a rat race and make yourself just go cuckoo over it.
Well said. Well said. We have a live viewer, and that live viewer has a question for one of our speakers. Can we have the live viewer, please? Okay, we have Mr. Hussain Moiz. Hi, Mr. Hussain, how are you?
Yeah, hi Yusuf, how are you?
I'm fine. Mr. Hussain, your question is for whom?
Yeah, my question is for Mrs. Khadija Motorwala. Hi everyone, how is everybody?
Fine, alhamdulillah.
Ramzan Mubarak to everyone. Yeah, my question is to Ms. Khadija, like, does a life coach need a coach actually? For an example, if a doctor, does he need the consultation?
Very powerful question. Doctors
Can I reframe this question, Khadija, for you? I think I've got his question right. He means to say कि like हिंदी में कहावत है कि जो बाल काटने वाला है उसके बाल कौन काटता है, डॉक्टर है वो किसके पास जाता है. So that is the one question, that your life coach किसके पास जाता है?
लाइफ कोच के पास ही जाता है, जैसे डॉक्टर के पास जाता है. So life coaches are humans, okay? वो भी इंसान है, उनको भी तकलीफ होती है, उनकी भी कुछ limitations है, कुछ weaknesses है, वो भी कुछ goals achieve नहीं कर पाते हैं. So definitely life coach को coaching की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है. They need coach. Okay, let me tell you that coming to this live this session of webinar, it was not an easy thing for me. Like मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था I will not be able to do it, and I'm just procrastinating the things, because there were certain limitations in my mind. And I myself, I went for coaching. And जब मैं अपने coach के साथ बैठी, then I explored that what was happening inside, why I am trying to run away from the situation. And I understood that, it was nothing like camera, no fear, fear. It was nothing, it was bullshit. I did not have any such fear. I had the fear for technology. Like, अगर ऐसे trouble shooting आ गई, so what will I do? I don't know. And I don't want to be vulnerable in front of people. That was my inner self-talk. This machine was going on and on. But then once I became aware of it through coaching, then just see, I'm here. I'm handling everything so nicely. And the second situation, I would like to share that, in this month of Ramadan, I had a goal. I had a goal to complete one chapter, the Surah Nuh of the Quran, okay? And I for the starting 3-4 days, ekdam josh, I did everything, and, everything was so nice. And after 4 days, I was like, fuss, I don't know what is happening to me. I'm not doing it. I'm highly motivated. I want to do it, but then I am with the guilt because I'm not doing it. Then I went for a coaching session and we explored that what was that which was going inside here. If motivation is there, I want to do it, then also I'm not doing certain things.
So basically,
And
you're trying to say
Yeah.
that a coach also needs a kind of a direction, a kind of a compass, because sometimes they also tend to lose track on things. They also have fears and they also have phobias.
Yes, they need an accountability partner basically, or somebody who will kick them out of the comfort zone.
Excellent. My actually next question is for Mr. Murtuza. It's a very interesting question. One problem which all life coaches face, because even I'm an NLP life coach, so I know I face this problem, is that कहते हैं ना घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. So when you start talking in front of your parents, or you're talking in front of your brothers and sisters, or in a family or a gathering or a friend circle, तो क्या होता है कि जब भी हम उनको कुछ advice देने जाते हैं, तो this is what always is the usual response. Can we have the response?
Oh God.
Yes, Murtuza, tell me.
So this is true. This is on my feed. आपको पता ही होगा, मैंने अपलोड किया था क्योंकि मेरे साथ ये बहुत हो चुका है. एंड आई रिमेम्बर मैं खदीजा जी के साथ फोन कॉल पे कॉन्वर्सेशन में था और मैंने उनको कहा कि हमारा प्रॉब्लम लाइफ कोचेस लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि हमें सब आता है और उनको हमारे से ये एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है दैट वी हैव टू ऑलवेज अंडरस्टैंड. दे फॉरगेट दैट वी आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स एंड वी आर अलाउड टू बी वल्नरेबल. हमें परमिशन है कि हम भी कभी ना समझे, हम भी कभी गुस्सा हो जाए, हम सैड हो जाए, हम भी कभी लोनली हो जाए. उन लोग ये नहीं समझते. उन्हें लगता है कि हमें हर बार हर चीज समझनी चाहिए. वी आर नॉट अलाउड टू डू बी इन अ सर्टेन वे. लाइक आई रिमेम्बर मैं अपने बहुत सारे दोस्त लोग से कट ऑफ हो गया इस बात की वजह से. बस क्या होता था, मैं क्रिकेट खेलने जाता था और लास्ट ओवर है और मैं बॉलिंग कर रहा हूँ और मैं हार मत मानो, हम जीत सकते हैं. सडनली 10 लोग को चिल्ला रहे, अरे मोटिवेशन, डोंट गिव अप, स्पीकर. ओह, and I'm like, yaar, come on, yaar, just let me live my life. So the problem with our profession is that we tell people don't judge, and we get judged the most. कि हमें इस तरीके से रहना चाहिए, हमें इस तरीके से बोलना चाहिए, हमें हर चीज समझनी चाहिए. और हम इंसान है भाई, हम इंसान है, सांस लेने दो हमें भी. Give us some space to understand that we understand. We definitely have better understanding to certain things और हम चीजें बात solve कर सकते हैं हमारे mind में. We can solve problems quickly, but sometimes we don't want to. Sometimes we just want to take a break. So when we want to take a break, that time you all understand the way we understand you all. That's it.
Okay, we have a lot of live comments popping in saying such a proud moment, Khadija bin, to hear you. That's from Mr. Mustafa Soni. Thank you so much for the feedback. We have a live viewer waiting for us. Can we have that person online, please? Okay, we have. Hi, Mrs. Zainab, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
So all are good.
My question is for Sir Shabbar Suttarwala. So I wanted to ask that there are times when nothing is going right for you. How do you keep yourself positive in those times?
You're asking me for me in my life.
Well, actually, this happens to everyone, like not just for us as well. But I want to know your experience. Like, what do you?
As Murtaza bhai just shared, that it's absolutely human, कि हमें भी इंसान छे, and at times everything will not work, and it has definitely not worked in my life too. There are a lot of breakdowns or challenges which have come up, અને ત્યારે જે મોલાએ શીખાયું છે, કે સબર કરો અને શુકર કરો. And I don't know who has said it, but it's a beautiful quote that this too will pass. So when you look at this, that this too will pass. It's a great thought. કે good times આવશે એ બી પાસ થશે, tough times આવશે એ બી પાસ થશે. In that moment, you be grateful. ઘણીવાર મારા લાઈફમાં I remember my college days when I used to ask my dad for a particular brand of shoes. I remember Rajiv Gandhi, he used to wear a particular type of shoes, and I saw that. So I asked my dad, that I want that brand of shoes. Until I was walking on the railway station and I saw a man without legs. So from that day onwards, I thought કે ખુદાનો શુકર છે કે એટલીસ્ટ મારા પગ તો છે. તો શુકર કરતા શીખી ગયો છું. તો લાઈફમાં challenges આવે તો you look at people who are below you, જેના તમારા જેટલી તમારા નેમતો નથી મિલી, તો તમને લાઈફમાં મોટિવેશન ઓટોમેટિકલી આવી જશે ઇન્શાઅલ્લાહ.
Shabbar bhai, you had we just shared one slide. આપણા આકા મોલા સાથે આપનો એક photo છે, and you mentioned that this is one of your biggest achievement. Would you like to talk about it, please?
This is mashallah. This is the moment to cherish. This is almost a year back. I live in an area called as Mumbai Malad and Mola Bayat Sharif. I am on the third floor. Remember, please understand, Mola third floor climb karine up Dadar Sharif aya and exactly where I am sitting. वहाँ partial Mola ने जो photo है वहाँ Mola तशरीफ रखता था, and I did not know what to say. અને ભાઈ સાહેબે પોતે શેર કર્યું કે આ આપણા કમ્યુનિટીના વેલ નોન ટ્રેનર છે, દાવતના ઘણા ઇદારામાં ખિદમત કરે છે, અને somebody asked me to the profile બનાવી લેજો તમે. તો the profile which you see, it was just in my hand, and Mola looked at it and say, oh તમે વધુ કરો છો. Especially that time, like a lot of marriage counseling I used to do. તો Mola કે oh શાદીનું બી કરો છો. અને like that moment when Mola touched my heart, it was a dream come true, like and apne kene ke accepted, je કબૂલિયત થઈ ગઈ કે તમે જે કરો છો, it has been approved by the supreme apne કહીએ જે power છે. So from that only energy આવી ગઈ છે કે yes, you are in the right path and making a difference.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Barak.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. My next, okay, we have a lot of questions coming up. It's a question from Ali Asgar. He says, what to do if everything is going wrong after all of your hard work? How to stay positive and confident? I want Mrs. Khadija to answer this question.
Yeah. So if everything is going wrong, where it is going wrong, Ali Asgar, it is going wrong outside you. Okay. जो भी गलत हो रहा है, जो भी वर्कआउट नहीं हो रहा है आपकी लाइफ में, वो बाहर हो रहा है. Okay, but which is not in your control. It is an external thing. It is an environment or the people which is not in your control. What is in your control is your thoughts, which you create here, right? So the circumstances can be positive, can be negative, and they are neutral, but you give them charge by your thoughts, which you create in your mind. So what thoughts you are putting in, that kind of feeling you will have, and that kind of action you will take in your life, and that will create the result. So जो भी situation के अंदर आप हो, आप उसको किस perspective से देखते हो, that is more important. That is what I would like to say.
Excellent. I hope that has answered Ali Asgar's question. Rabab, we are going to talk about certain of your achievements.
Yeah.
I saw and I read that you were awarded as India's Achievers Award from, I believe, the celebrity Dia Mirza. Can we have the slide, please? Okay. There you can see that she's taking that award, and after that, she also had an award for Women Icon of the Year. How did that all happen, and what was the experience, and what you went through? What was the emotions going through when you received that award?
Okay, so it all started, when I'm very vocal about what I feel. I'm not someone who will hold back whenever there is something that I want to express or say. And the one challenge, let me start with the challenge, like how did it happen? Okay, so the one challenge, that I used to face is that, she is Muslim and how will she do it? And, she's just ranting, because she wants to come out of her hijab. And, these were the things that, Ridama Chene, Am Chene, so she's just ranting out. And that is what everyone used to say. And I was here someone who was least bothered about what the naysayers are saying. All I wanted to do was I have a voice and I'm voicing myself. And now I have a habit of following all those people who are like they've achieved something good in their lives, something better than me. Like we all have that habit. So I follow, and I used to tag them a lot. That this is what I feel and this is what I thought. And like I said, and I'm very vocal about what I feel. And I write a lot of blogs, I write a lot of articles, and that is how maybe, it got attention, these people, this Indian Achievers Award, and they just got in touch with me that, hey, like, this is really amazing that this woman who we think that, how are their husbands oppress them, their, fathers, oppress them. And there's this woman who's like coming out as a Jhansi Ki Rani and talking, openly about everything. So they were like, can we know more about you? So first they started taking these interviews and, just to test my knowledge, whether I was, like copying anything or anything. And so they started taking my interview. They started understanding how I work. They followed my LinkedIn page and all the, like social media platforms. And one fine day they just, called me and they were like, you know what, we feel that you are eligible for this award. Would you like to, what do you think about it? And I was like, are you serious? And so that is how the whole journey happened. And it was in Bangalore. I remember, they asked me that, will you come down to Bangalore? And I said, okay, absolutely. And they were like, I even happened to ask them, but I don't know where am I going to stay? And they were like, no, you're getting an award, so you're our guest. I was like, okay, fair enough. So that is how it happened. And then the second award was again, like I said, that I write a lot of articles, I write a lot of blogs. So these women, entrepreneurs, they got in touch with me and they're like, it's amazing how, being a Muslim girl, you have this voice where, you're just randomly talking about everything. And will you come here and, just share your ideas? And I was like, yeah, fair enough. And then actually the second one was a surprise. I didn't know that I was getting awarded. So it was, at that point of time, I was like literally shaking. And I was like, are you serious? No. So that is, I don't know if you noticed, I'm a little fizzled out at that point of time. I didn't know that. I was like, okay, fair enough. So yeah.
It's a proud moment for the community, proud moment for
I can't tell you how amazing that feeling was, especially when, this is what I was just, I'll just try to connect this with Khadija Ben's, this thing that your belief, Bruce Lipton says very nicely in his book, in Biology of Belief, that what you believe in, you just, go forward, give it full, your 100%. And don't worry about what, others are saying. Naysayers will say whatever they want to say. Some, will put you down in a very bad way. You just do your work. And someone somewhere is watching you. It can be anyone, and Eureka moment, miracle will come up. Just do your work. Just do what you believe. That's what I feel.
True. Okay, there is one thing which is a matter of concern for us being life coach in the world is, you must have noticed that every second person is claiming to be a life coach. Every second person is saying that he knows how to do counseling, and they start giving advices to people. And I had this particular case where a person became a self-proclaimed life coach, and he said that I'm going to go out, I'm going to help people. So he had his first client, and the client says that, oh, I'm having so much issues at my work. Says, so what? Come on, go ahead, quit your job, get yourself fired right now. That guy, he quit his job. The next moment he comes and says, I'm having issues with my wife, I don't think it's working out. He's like, come on, go ahead, get a divorce, man, come out of it. And that guy went and he took a divorce. So, and then what happened to that person's life? I'm going to show it in the slide. So this is precisely what happens when this, self-proclaimed coaches, they come out and they without any experience, without any certification, they go out and they advise people. So what do you think? How easy it is to become? What is the journey of a life coach? My question I would ask to Mr. Shabbar. You are the most experienced. I have seen you talking to thousands and thousands of people. Corporate trainings is there. You meet so many people. So what do you think is a practical journey of a life coach? What all things are required? Because I can see a lot of life questions popping up asking the same question: how to become a life coach?
To put it, the law of nature, it takes 9 months for a child to be born. 9 full months, otherwise it's the preterm child. A farmer, when he sows the seeds, it takes a year full to reap the harvest. So to be a life coach, it is the title is very easy, but it took me 20 years to say yes that I am into life coaching. So it's not easy. Yeah, you can read a lot of books, you can be knowledgeable, okay, but knowing is knowing, doing is doing. Knowing and doing are two different things. So there are no shortcuts. Of course, certifications help, but it's a process, it's a journey, and you keep on learning and continuous learning. So every day, it's learning. And as we discussed earlier, that you can't know it all. So maybe at times you need to get back. You need to learn. You need to learn from others. So that's the journey. It is like when I started. Right from my college days, I saw in one of your blogs the book which you mentioned, How to Win Friends. I was waiting for a bus at my college bus stop, and there was a Raddiwala where this title clicked me because I was a very shy kind of a person, and people like very timid, you could say. And I saw this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. The title clicked me. I bargained it for 5 rupees then. That Raddiwala wala book, and as I said, from one bus stop to the next journey, I started reading the Dale Carnegie book, and that was the beginning of the journey. I started with IT. I was into IT. I was into training. But then over the years, that passion, that book, How to Win Friends, influenced me. And in my journey of IT profession, I saw a lot of technical people. They happen to be nervous at times, not very self-confident, and there was this, like, oh, it's easy, yeah, chalo karte hain. So that small push, that small words of appreciation, kicked that trainer in me. I never thought that I would be like, a life coach as such. And then, as Rabab shared earlier, that maybe it was destined. Mind started working. You came across certain things. Again, in one of the Raddiwala newspaper, which I was about to dispose, I saw that postgraduate psychological counseling course for non-psychology students. So I said, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. So I picked up that. I went to the address. I started getting qualified, reading a lot of books again, attending a lot of programs, and then launching slowly in a very hard manner. A lot of no's, when people said, I do training, I do it for free. I said, we don't want, thank you. So it was like, a lot of no's, and here I am today. So it's a journey. It has been almost 25 plus years. It's hard work.
You can see the hard work paying off. We have Mr. Murtuza Badri commenting us, hey guys, happy to see our community thought leaders on this platform. And Yusufbhai appreciates you organizing. Kudos to all life coaches. He himself is a very, very famous life coach, and I really wish he could be here with us today. I have a viewer online right now, and let's take because a lot of questions are coming up, and I really wish if people could connect with you and ask questions directly. So we have Ms. Aksha Khan. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? How's everything? Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem to you too.
All right. So my question is to Mr. Shabbar. It's basically like, asking for help seems to be a sign of strength. It takes strength. So how would you explain this quote?
Yeah. Thank you for the question. A lot of people, like it started right from our childhood. As parents, we were being told that you should know everything, you should learn everything, you should be perfect. So that maybe that upbringing at times when we grow up, We hesitate to ask, but there is a lot of wisdom when you ask. It's said that you ask and you get, you ask and you learn. At times, people have an inhibition that if I ask, will I sound stupid, or maybe I'll be ridiculed or humiliated. But as a life coach, I would say the more you ask, the more you get, and it's absolutely perfect to say I don't know or I want to learn. So my take is like ask and you will receive. And especially asking for help, you should never hesitate, because there is no message which God flashes or broadcasts that Shabbar needs help. So if Shabbar needs help, she has to shout loud, that I need help. And out of 100 people you ask, maybe one or two would definitely help.
So it's like a crying baby gets milk.
Absolutely.
Okay, I see Murtuza. Mr. Murtuza has been quiet for a very long time, so I'm really going to shake him because he has a lot of energy. I have a very, very interesting question for you. First, okay, let's break it into 3 parts. Okay, the question is, how good are you with emotions? Second question, is it good to hide emotions? And third question, the most important question, should men cry?
Oh my God, you should let me ask how Murtuza is with emotions. But I'm going to save that for him to say.
Okay, you're mute again, Murtuza.
So I basically mute myself whenever someone else is talking, so that's why. The first question is, how good am I with emotions? I would say that I'm good at understanding emotions. So for example, I believe हर जो emotion आप feel करते हो वो emotion के एक message होता है. In emotional intelligence, we have been taught one thing. हर emotion, every emotion आप जो feel करते हो, वो emotion आपके body से आपके लिए एक message. Anger you feel, sadness you feel, happiness you feel, guilt you feel. Guilt का मतलब क्या होता है? आपने कुछ ऐसा कर दिया जो आपको नहीं करना चाहिए था, इसलिए आपको guilt feel हो रहा है. डिसअपॉइंटमेंट इमोशन का मतलब क्या होता है? आप आपने कुछ ऐसा कर दिया जो आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते हो. When it did not meet your expectation, you get disappointed. So every emotion is a message. So I'm very good at understanding my emotion as a message. Now, if you tell me how good am I at handling it, I'm still learning. Some days I'm excellent. Some days I'm excellent. Some days I need help. Some days I'm excellent. Some days I need help. So I'm good at understanding my emotions, and comes to handling my emotions, I am learning. And when it comes to helping others understand their emotions and helping them, जो दूसरे लोग होते हैं उनके जो emotions होते हैं उन्हें समझाना. तो because introduction सही है कि यार ये emotion का मतलब ये है, तो मैं उन्हें बता सकता हूँ कि तुम्हें जो ये emotion feel हो रहा है उसका reason ये है. इस reason की वजह से तुम ये feel कर रहे हो. So I can show that emotion, and then as coaches we have been taught how to create a path के वो रास्ता बताना का किस तरीके से तुम्हें चलना है और किस तरीके से वो emotion का solution निकालना है. And now if you ask me, should men cry? My quote is what I believe, that tears are a sign of expression and not weakness. Tears are a sign of expression and not weakness. और मेरे जितने भी viewers हैं जो ये बात देख रहे हैं उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप सब ये वही बात मानते हो that tears are a sign of expression and not weakness. तो just say I agree in the chat box. Just say agree in the chat box. Yeah, we agree. Tears are a sign of expression and not weakness. Tears is everyone cries. Men, women. It's not gender based. आप महसूस होता है आप उसे इजहार करना जरूरी है. Some people cry and express. Some people express it through the words. Sometimes I express it through my poetries. I express my poetries. कल रात में मैंने कुछ बैठ के लिखा के मुझ जैसे बनने की दुआ मत मांगना. मुझ जैसे बनने की दुआ मत मांगना. अपने सपनों के पीछे भागो और अपने सपनों के पीछे बनने का अमल फरमाना. तो whatever emotion you feel, आपको जिस तरीके से आपके इमोशन इजहार करना है आप इजहार करो. आपको रो के करना है आप रो के करो.
The same question, I'm going to push it forward to Mrs. Khadija. What is your advice for men who don't cry and they just want to show they are macho and they are not affected?
So advices coaches don't give. Okay, it's pretty no. So I would like to explore with the person that what is that which is stopping him from crying? What is that which is not letting his emotions out? What is the belief system, the value system he's carrying? Because what I feel is, in our society, we are conditioned in that way, कि लड़कों को रोना नहीं चाहिए. They are macho man. It doesn't look good. Only girls can cry. Don't be like a girl. So all these things, that is in the belief system of a person. And when he grows up, he carries the same thing, that it is no, it's not good to cry. What society will talk about this? I will not look good. I will not look like a man. So you know what happens is men के अंदर cardiac arrest बहुत होता है because वो venting नहीं हो पाती है, emotions बाहर नहीं निकलते हैं. See, emotions are emotions. It's nothing good, nothing bad. They are just the body which is telling you how it is feeling. So give it a space. उसको space दो. रोना आ रहा है, रो दो. It is perfectly healthy. I don't find anything wrong in it.
Okay, there's somebody saying, Rashida Yaqub Totanawala, yes, men crying doesn't differ. They also have equal amount of emotion as women. Yes, perfectly said. Yeah.
We all are humans, right?
This is a message to all the viewers right now live who's watching us. Please stick with us till the end. We have an announcement to make. We have some good news. So don't leave. Just stick on. We have another 15 minutes to go. Actually, I wanted to ask, I want to take some few more viewers. Can we have some more viewers, please? Assalamu alaikum, Miss Aisha. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm good. How are you?
I'm
My
fine.
name is Aisha, and my question is, how important is self-love and self-acceptance in shaping a life that is beautiful?
Okay, Miss Aisha, can you just make my life easy? Can you just divert this question to one of our guests? Which guest you want to ask this question to, please?
I like to ask it to Rabab, maybe.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you for the question. You have a very sweet smile. Self-love, like I said earlier, it's very, very important. Like I already quoted, initially that we get, so much intimidated, or we get so much, in this wave of, doubt and, resentment and guilt and all of that we forget to love ourselves, we forget to appreciate ourselves and all the good things that we have been doing, even if it it may be a very little thing that you are doing, maybe wishing good for somebody. It doesn't have to be physically you're doing something for someone, but even just praying for that person. Like for example, it's the holy month now, just praying for someone, or something which is just for your own self. It's just very very enlightening. So you have to have that self-love for yourself. Like I always say, कि खुद का bucket अगर भरा नहीं है तो तुम दूसरों को क्या दोगे. So you have to have your bucket filled with love and empathy, and then only you can help others, or do something for others. Otherwise you'll always be hitting around the bush. You'll be running like chicken without heads. You don't know what you are doing. So first heal yourself, and this is very important for all the life coaches out there, for all the counselors and mentors out there, to first understand your own emotions and understand your own feelings and understand where you're coming from. Then you go out and explain people or help people. Otherwise it will just be like Gyan. I just kept a quote a few days back on Facebook that ilm talab karne ki tameez honi chahiye. Gyan to har jagah milta hai. So like Murtaza, I have also become a shayar.
To look into this profession, I think I need to diversify.
So on this note, even I'd like to say.
No, wait, let me finish.
So it's like it said that पढ़ ilm हजार ilm हजार किताबा कभी अपने आप को पढ़िया नहीं. So no matter how many books you read, but if you have not understood yourself, those books are of no use. So self introspection is very important.
Absolutely. So on that note, I'll just add a point again that understand yourself. Understand where you're coming from. Stop denying yourself the love that you are always so willingly and so happily giving to others freely, whether they maybe they need it or not. So yeah, अपने आप पर भी प्यार बरसाओ, दूसरे अपने आप ठीक हो जाएंगे.
Mr. Shabbar, would you like to add to the question which Aisha had asked?
If Aisha is still online, I would like to ask her to do a small exercise right away. That have a mirror before you, look into your eyes, smile, and at least say 3 adjectives to yourself. Maybe you could start with "I am beautiful." So self-appreciation is the best form of love. So only, as Rabab rightly said, only if your bucket is full would you be able to share it with others. So charity begins at home.
Excellent. Well said. Okay. I have one important question which I'm going to share for the benefit of all. And after that, we are going to move to ask a common question because we just have got another 10 minutes to go. My question is for Mrs. Khatija. How important is confidentiality in our business? Because what happens when a person comes to you and starts sharing the deepest secrets, what all issues they have at home, husband and wife, a lot of things are there. So how can you gain that confidence that, these things will not be leaked out to their family members or to the friends or anybody who you have known mutually?
So very powerful question, and thank you for putting up this question. I would like to say that confidentiality is like a soul to this coaching business, as the soul to the body. If the soul is not there, the body doesn't exist. It doesn't make any sense. Because when a client comes to you, okay, and he's sharing his things with you, and he will explore, he will go within, उसको deep dive करना है, तो वो क्यों तुम्हारे सामने डीप डाइव करेगा? क्योंकि उसको बहुत सारी अंदर अपनी वीकनेसेस, वल्नरेबिलिटी का सामना करना है. So why he or she will do it with you, in front of you, who are you? But as a coach, we create that space. We give him that feel that you are in the safe hands. You are with someone who will never judge you. वो आपके बारे में आपको पूरी तरह से accept करेगा as a person. Okay, with your old belief systems, your old experiences, your old weaknesses, everything. So if that is there, that space is created, then ही वो बंदा अंदर जाएगा और वो जो भी है वो share करेगा. तो ICF का code of ethics, like we coaches pledge before any sessions that whatever we talk on this call will be highly confidential. It will not be shared with anyone. So this is our basic rule, a thumb rule on which we coaches work.
So I believe now whoever's watching us live, they know that they can just feel free and just open up to all these coaches, because that is you can say the foundation of our business, that we have to keep it as a secret and make sure that it doesn't leak out to anybody. Okay. There's one important question which I wanted to ask Mr. Shabbar. Mr. Shabbar, I was just doing some research and I came to know the highest amount of divorce rate. I'm asking you this question because I know you're a relationship expert. You do a lot of international Tehsunika committee counseling, and you do a lot of training sessions with them. So this particular question comes out to you. The highest divorce rate is in Maldives. Okay, for every 1,000 people who get married, there are 10 divorces that happens, and that is the highest in the world. And people think that there are XYZ reasons, but the highest reason, one of the major important reasons for these divorces is communication gap. Now, the irony is, the part which is funny is, you see, the communication becomes so easy. We have email, WhatsApp, we have social media, and still there is a communication gap. So would you shed some light on this, please?
Absolutely. In fact, the technological communication has become the greatest barrier to human communication. अपने में कहिए कि जहाँ सुधी दिल सी बात थाती थी, relationship is strong. When we started speaking on the phone and on WhatsApp and on social media, distances have grown. So I would still say कि stop speaking from the mind, start speaking from the heart. दिल सी बात करसो तो दिल कनेक्ट थासे. ओके, અને દિલ सी दिल मिलसे, like heart to heart connection, એમાં ચિલ્લાવું નહીં પડતું. સોફ્ટલી બી વાત કરશો તો સંભળાઈ જશે. સો ટેકનોલોજીને સાઈડમાં મૂકો, આવો બેસીને વાત કરે. So my suggestion to all those out there who are married is every morning when you look at your spouse, look into each other's eye and tell each other that I am wonderful, and you are wonderful, and we are wonderful. So, a small heart-to-heart chat.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. Okay, we have last 5 minutes left, and before that, I really want to spread out a message. In 2008, when the world was facing recession, so my subject of study was recession, and it was said that whenever the economy faces a recession, so you will see a lot of supermarkets, hypermarkets coming up. Okay, and I could see that happening right now, because now our economy is into depression. And one of the most important factor which I read over that time, when depression happens, so we see a lot of suicides. There are a lot of people who cannot take this pressure and they give up and they want to end it. They just want to end their life. They want to end all the problems. So one by one, I would like to throw this question to all our important speakers, because there are a lot of people listening to us right now. It's a very important message. It's a message that has to reach out to the world, that there is always a solution to a problem, and ending the life is not a problem or a solution to the problem. So starting from Murtaza, I would like you to please shed some light on this, please. Your mic is mute.
Some habits die hard, old habits die hard. First, let's understand one thing, ये suicide का जो बात है ना, उस पे I guess we 4 speakers are going to talk about it. तो I guess सब अलग-अलग advice देंगे. तो मैं पहला step जो रहता है वो बता. If you know who's going to talk about suicide, और जिसको आपको लगता है जो जिसको suicide के ख्याल भी आ रहा है, make sure that आप बहुत compassionate हो उनकी तरफ और empathetic हो उनकी तरफ. I'll tell you why. Because शायद उनका जो problem है उनके लिए बहुत बड़ा है और आपके लिए बहुत छोटा है. और someone, when हम न्यूज में रीड करते हैं कि 8th स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चे ने एग्जाम में फेल होकर सुसाइड कर दी, तो हम जब 30 साल के स्कॉलर होके लाइफ में कामयाबी बनके जब वो पढ़ते ना, तो हमें वो बहुत स्टूपिड someone kill in 8th स्टैंडर्ड बिकॉज ऑफ एग्जाम्स. बट हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि उसके लिए उस वक्त पे वो बात बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. शायद आज हमें वो समझ में नहीं आती थी. when someone wants to kill themselves or wants to commit suicide, it may be relationship, it may be because of loss, it may be because of love, it may be because of career, finance, whatever the reason is, वो चीज उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस की है. तो उस चीज पे कभी मजाक मत उड़ाना. मेक श्योर दैट यू आर वेरी कंपैशनेट एंड यू आर वेरी एम्पैथेटिक टुवर्ड्स दैट पर्सन, और उन्हें सुनना. दैट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू से. सेकंड इज आई गेस मैं चाहूंगा कि सब स्पीकर्स इस बात को कंटिन्यू करें और इस बात को आगे लेके जाए और अपने व्यूज प्रस्तुत करें, इफ दैट्स द राइट वर्ड इन हिंदी.
Over to you, Rabab.
Okay. Right now, the whole pandemic thing that is going on, so people are worried, and I know that a lot of people have messaged me, in fact, that we are feeling suicidal and help us out. All those people who are feeling suicidal and think of the best way to just end their life. Let me tell you one thing, that there's a thing that you need to keep in mind, that you need to be aligned with what is the situation happening around you. If you're not going to be aligned with it, obviously you will feel out of league or out of race, right? For example, radio frequency, right? So if we don't have the right frequency, what happens? We'll start hearing all the disturbing noises, right? That you are not connected with the right channel. So it is very important to, at this point of time, to connect with all the counselors and coaches, and try to fine tune your thoughts, and get into this entire understanding of that the situation is not bigger than you. It's gonna calm down one day, if only there is a right approach and right way of handling it and tackling it. So my only advice to all those who are at the moment feeling a little down and probably on the verge of having these kind of thoughts is like, connect, fine tune yourself with like a frequency, connect with the coach or mentor or psychologist that you feel connected to. Go and talk to them, open up about your problem, and I'm sure there'll be a solution, because har marz ki ilaaj, har dard ki ilaaj hai, something like that. Just that is the message I want to send it across.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Mrs. Khadija. You're mute. You're still mute.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would like to say that इंसान को हालात, गरीबी, पैंडेमिक कुछ नहीं मारता, उसको नाउम्मीदी मार देती है. So firstly, I would like to tell that people that you are surviving. आप जो survive कर रहे हो अभी, यही बहुत अपने आप में गिफ्ट है. And why are you surviving? Surviving for a reason. So इंसान की जिंदगी बहुत ही cheap नहीं है कि आप उसको end कर. ठीक है? So if you are surviving, there is a potential in you. You are the one who created everything, so you can again do everything. If you need help, reach out to people. The whole universe is there to help you. अगर पैंडेमिक के बारे में सोच रहे हो तो हम सब नीचे गिरे हैं, तो हम सब मिलके एक साथ में उठ जाएंगे वापस. So as far as you are alive, there is a hope, there is a potential I can see, and with that, you can paint the canvas of your life again with beautiful colors. And as Shabbar bhai said, ye waqt bhi guzar jayega, inshallah.
Excellent. Super. Shabbar bhai, last but not least, can we have the valuable words from you?
Khatija man just said that this too will pass. Ye bhi guzar jayega. I just want to bring to your awareness that 9 months you were into your mother's womb, so there were a lot of pains to create you, and you have already gone through the biggest problem, जिसको हम कहते हैं the birth trauma. So you've already gone through bigger problems than this. So this is just a small one. तो ये भी पास हो जाएगा. And one line messages, बात करने से बात बनती है. So pick up the phone, WhatsApp, talk to somebody. बात करने से बात बनती है. Speak it out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shabbar. Excellent, very well said. And I would also like to add something. I know a lot of people during these tough times have lost their jobs. So what we can do is through my company, Media Mavericks, I'm going to offer a free service to everybody. They can send their CVs, resumes to us, and my team is going to review and going to give you professional help on how to draft it in a professional way where you could apply and get a job. So that a free review can happen. Please submit your resume on Media Mavericks. Go to the website. The email ID is going to flash right now. In some time, you can email your resumes, and our expert team is going to review and going to help you with whatever we can help. And I'm sure we have amazing life coaches right now, and everybody is trying to offer something. So, Ms. Khadija, what do you have to offer our viewers right now?
Yes, anybody, anytime wants to have a session, a 30 minutes free chemistry session with me, they can just message me and we can talk. And if you feel like further continuing the coaching, so my normal charges are 2,000 per hour, but now I will discount it and I'll make it just 1,000 per an hour.
Amazing. Yeah. So it's 50% discount on our services. So people can get in touch with Khadija Motorwala. You can search her on Instagram and you'll get her contact details. Mr. Shabbar.
I believe that there is continuous learning, and all those who like-minded people who would like to learn about self-help, self-development. I have groups for business people, parents, married couple, inspiration, motivation. So let's connect and learn together.
Okay, so you know where to connect Mr. Shabbar Sutrwala. He's there all over the Google. Just Google his name and all his details will be there for you. Mr. Murtuza.
Thank you. See, इस बार मैंने पहले से mic unmute करके रख दिया था. Smart बन गया, I'm learning with time. So, I believe in one thing that आपको life में अगर कुछ भी हासिल करना है, कुछ भी achieve करना है, तो हम शुरुआत बहुत enthusiasm के साथ कर सकते हैं. It may be exercise आपको करना है. No matter what your goal is, you want to study a course. आपको रमजान नो महीनो છે તમારે હિફ્ઝ કરવું છે. જે પણ તમારું goal છે. My goal is to help you achieve your goal. તમારો એક પ્રોગ્રામ છે accountability program, virtual accountability partner program. Where I help you આપનું જે પણ goal છે. You want to study a course, to do exercise, આપને હિફ્ઝ કરવી છે, આપની જે પણ goal છે. આપનું goal ને मैं आपने रोज आप સાથે follow up કરીશ અને આપની વાત કરીશ કે આપ આપનું goal રોજ achieve કરી શકો. It's a very simple program. Normally इनके fees होई છે 7,000 rupees होई છે, but because media Mavericks initiative લીધું છે અને y'all all part of this initiative, so I have discounted the price to 999 rupees for this webinar. So the link will be in the comment box. You can put your link, you can link, fill in your details and I'll get back to you and how to enroll for the course. And it's a 21-day course and everything is accountability.
21 days of coaching with Murtuza only for 999 rupees. So practically he's just giving his services for free. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Murtuza, for your time. Ms. Rabab, people can get in touch with you. They can. Is there something you would like to say to our audience? You're mute again.
Sorry. No, absolutely. They can get in touch with me anytime. There's only one catch, and post 9 I don't answer any of my, I'm not available on any platform, but otherwise, daytime, anytime you want to drop in a message, you need help, I'm always there. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. You can get in touch with me, no problem.
So we are now past 1 hour already. And we had conversation with these wonderful people who are out there on the journey to make difference in people's life. And they're already doing it on a very massive level. You guys know their names, Google them out, follow them on Instagram, Send them messages in case if you need any kind of positive motivation, you want to share your problems. They are there to help you. We are there to help you. So thank you once again, Mr. Shabbar, Mrs. Khadija, Mrs. Rabab, Mr. Murtuza. It was really nice to have you.
It was our pleasure.
Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
I wish you all the best.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Let's end on this shairi.
Yes, we can close it with the shairi.
कोई दाल में खुश है तो कोई माल में खुश है, कोई दाल में खुश है तो कोई माल में खुश है, खुशी में वो इंसान जो हर हाल में खुश है.
हाल में खुश है. माशाल्लाह.
Mashallah.
So be happy no matter what.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
When you say bye.
Bye-bye.